Oh yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Across the North, a series of online tournaments on Tekken 7 on the PC platform. Today, I'm commentating alongside Spag, whom a lot of you already know. Hello, Spag. How are you doing?
Yo, yeah, all good, man. All good. I'm excited for today, man. Across the north, of
Mm.
course, haven't been able to do any offline tournaments. None of us, we've all been stuck indoors, and so it's great to see that people are coming out and putting on tournament series and exhibitions and stuff. And across the north for the Nordic region, I mean, it's a very unique format that you're explaining to me. So yeah, just explain. I guess explain to the stream right now. What across the north is.
Yeah, so to those of you that might have tuned in and might not realize what the Across the North is, except for a tournament in Tekken 7, what we're doing here is we're featuring players from different countries in Northern Europe, namely Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. And we have these what we call a country qualifier for each country. Today we're taking a look at the first country, which is Denmark. So we're gonna be taking a look at Danish, talent, Danish community, and today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this tournament, and the four highest placing players will then get to go on into the final event. They will essentially create a team of these four highest placing players, and at the end of at the finals event, which is happening in late November. There you will have them go against the other countries' teams that they've consisted of. But it doesn't just end there, because we wanted to make a 5v5 format. So the final player is something we call the mystery player. This player is not based on placing or anything else of that sort. Essentially, they're picked by the qualifying four people. They will pick someone that they want to join them, in representing their country against the other countries. And that's happening in late November. Yeah, as I said. So that's really exciting. Get to see the best players today, and then eventually we figure out who this last player is.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Oh, it's a really, really unique format. Not something that I've seen before, where you have a tournament series of qualifiers, which are basically just standalone tournaments where you're on your own, and then the top people actually end up qualifying for a team tournament at the end, between the Nordic regions, which I think is really cool, right? It was always something that I wished would happen, actually, like a tournament series between, actually a team tournament between all the Nordic countries, right? So I'm really glad to see that's happening. By the way, people in the stream are saying that the volume's a bit low. Is it still low, guys? Can you hear us? Or is it or what? Because people are saying that it's like our voices are really low. So if it's just let us know early on if it's low. Okay, cool. Apparently it's really low. So hopefully we can get the overall volume. I did notice that when the music was on, it was quite low as
I
well.
know
So
I know
yeah,
we've just adjust a little bit to the comments in
yeah, there you
the
go.
chat. Thank you for the feedback. Um,
Perfect, perfect.
and and as you sort of brought up, Spec,
Mhm.
this one thing is the sort of unique format that the tournament is going to be running, but also I think this is a great opportunity to show a lot of different players that might not, get a spotlight or might not be, in tournaments that are streamed of this caliber a lot. And also we get a lot of different people from different parts of Denmark. I know already we have people from both west and east sides of Denmark. So I think we'll get to see both the different Danish communities come together, but also see people that might not play each other regularly, and that will make for some interesting adjustments and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I haven't. I mean, I was told recently that Copenhagen, of course, is like the strongest city of Denmark. But you have was it Aarhus? Well, I don't know how to
Oh
pronounce it. I'm not
yeah.
gonna Aarhus, yeah. And you have some other places as well where you got some strong players. And actually, what's funny is that obviously Blackbeard, as a household name in Denmark, he played round one and he almost lost to a person that we both don't know. So that again it kind of shows the caliber of the players. And we might be seeing some upsets here, right? If you want to talk about the kind of the players that we have here who we expect to do quite well, I mean, you've got We got Whale, of course, the Aska player from Denmark. You got Flying Fox, Ufi. We got Casper as well. So and Blackbeard too. So we got some really really good players, and there are other players too, like Ace and these other guys that can actually cause upsets too, right? So looking forward to see who's actually going to be our top four that goes on, and who, like you rightly said, who's going to actually get picked for that fifth spot for the team tournament later on in November.
And also because this format is we're used to seeing a lot of these players, play locally, but this is quite different. We are all, we're all fighting from home. We all, comfortable sitting. Maybe that's a benefit to some. Maybe it's, maybe some people need that, local play. That social sort of thing that's going on while you're playing a little more. So I think I think it'll be interesting to see which players do, make it far. Who gets those top 4 spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we got our first match ready. It's going to be Ufi coming up first.
Oh yeah.
Sick, good stuff, good stuff. Ufi, the Bob player. I've played this guy quite often, man. Do you know what? This guy's fearless. I feel like if you play Bob, you have to be fearless, right? And he's a young gun as well. I actually didn't realize how young he was too. So these are like the upcoming talent, the future of Denmark, right? You would say, and the Nordic region. You've got a lot of strong players in the Nordic regions, Kerbin, man, and they're really stepping up here in the European region.
Definitely, Ufi is like you said, he's a young player from the Copenhagen area, and he's got very relentless pressure. Definitely, I think that's what you get to see a lot when we watch him play. Right? He's playing Fido, who's a Marduk main. I believe he's from Aarhus, from or at least from Jutland somewhere.
Okay.
And I think it'll be interesting to see. I think both players will play very aggressively, based on what I've heard from Fido.
Okay, that's it. We're gonna have a bit of a brawl then, man. You see, Marduk is the kind of character that can just like rob rounds from you. So like, even if Ufi is more of a, I guess, I don't know actually what Fido's results are like in tournament, but I do know Ufi does quite well in tournament, especially having a Bob which is that aggressive, right? You're gonna do well. But yeah, Marduk is that kind of character, bro. You can never underestimate him. He one launch, one counter hit, one rage drive tackle, and it's GG's, man. He's a thief. But yeah, it's gonna be a good match here. Ufi versus Fido to come up. Probably going to be. I mean, do you know if you guys play any other characters? I mean, I don't see Ufi really playing one Bob, but Fido.
I haven't seen either of them really play any other characters. At least not in tournament and this kind of environment. So I think they're going to stay true to their characters.
Yeah, sick. Okay.
And we already got it.
Sick, by the way, Ufi, you got the thing like Ufi versus Fido. Like, I like that, man. The graphics are on point, baby. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're definitely. I think we're gonna start off with a really fast-paced, exciting match, and that's always nice. Take a look at the player stats here.
Wait, aggressiveness S+. It should be SS+. Isn't there SS or something in this as well? What's going on?
Oh, yeah. I think just for Bob players, I think it should be increased. There should be a new gap for them, like a new ceiling. Alright, so we got first game coming up here.
Cool. Here we go. Again, no missing about, straight in there, Ufi. Already got to the balcony, big damage to start off, 10 seconds. Already
Look at... He's definitely playing relentless right now. He just won this round. He's only been hit once.
Nice, and the jab pressure to finish it off. A quick round there for Ufi to start it all off.
Definitely great job by Ufi here. Let's see if Fido can maybe make some adjustment. Maybe he learned something this round. He's definitely playing very sort of lean back and maybe a little too patient. But maybe he'll make that adjustment.
Yeah, we'll have to see, man. I mean, the thing is with Marduk is I feel like if you do apply a lot of pressure onto him, it can cause him some issues. But Marduk's got a really good backdash. He's got great whip punisher too. So let's see if he can bring it back. Right now, Ufi already put Fido on rage. Okay, good break. Oh! The low parry!
Definitely good job there.
Yeah. Making it with a rage drive? No. Goes to the throw. What's that Ufi?
Woof!
No,
be careful. Ah! Gets it. Fido gets the second round. Each one has one on board now.
The comeback, that was beautiful. Actually, that range drive, the kind of the range that it was at, Ufi could have punished it, but he went for a back two, which whiffed, unfortunately.
Ah, I see. Oof. This is definitely familiar, seeing Ufi with Fido up against the wall.
Nice, gets a launch. You're 100% right here, Kevin, man. These guys are both just super aggressive in each other's faces, going crazy. Nice!
I did definitely not expect this to turn this fast. Definitely good improvements from Fido, I think.
Yeah, man, for sure. 2 rounds straight now. No break on the throw. Okay, so Ufi not breaking throws right now.
And this means big damage and pressure from Marduk in this situation. Definitely very dangerous for him to be in. Oh, and there's the tackle.
Is that going to be dead? Oh, one more hit.
Almost. Oh,
Nice.
and first game goes to Fido. That was a really fast adaptation, I will say. He looked very, with his back against the wall in the first game, but I mean the first round. But during the second and the remaining rounds, he definitely, he changed up his game plan. It seemed like it worked.
Yeah, I feel like, both these guys being aggressive, aggression being their strong suit. I feel like whoever got their offense off first managed to get the win there. And I think, Fido just tightened it up a little bit. He managed to use the frame traps as well, and Marduk does have quite a few frame traps. Good jab pressure. Ufi, not sure what he's going to do here. Maybe just play a little bit less aggressively. It's hard to say. I've said that so many times when I've watched Ufi. I'm like, just play a little bit less aggressive, man. Just utilize your jab and try to whiff punish. But he never listens to it. He just goes in and does his thing, and that's why he's so entertaining. But yeah, I mean, this is why we love Tekken, man. And when you have 2 aggressive players, when they're just super aggressive, you're gonna have a brawl, and sometimes really, really close and entertaining matches.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they might even have sort of similar play styles, but then again, they're also playing very different characters, so the way they sort of implement their aggressiveness is very different. And I'm sort of wondering what Ufi is gonna bring to the table now. If he wants to adapt like his opponent just did.
Yeah. Let's see what he's gonna do here. Ufi now, 1 match down. He's gone for the Dragon's Nest, so he's chosen this stage. Of course, he was the loser, so he can pick a stage. And we got that little update recently where it can kind of show if the stage was picked randomly or not. So no more cheating in tournament.
Oh yeah.
The Dragon's Nest is a very small stage, right? It's a very small shape stage. You will find the wall very easily. And just like you mentioned, the round which he did win, he managed to push Fido to the wall. So let's see if we can do that here. Apparently the audio is off, by the way. There's no volume.
I think the audio problem has been fixed now.
Nice.
If it's not, please mention it in the chat if there's any other issues.
Looks like we're back. We were just talking. What were we saying? I need to bring it back. Okay, what we're saying is Ufi has gone for a Dragon's Nest pick now. Maybe just to utilize that wall pressure. Went for that crazy Choryukin there. Didn't get punished by Fido, but he gets a counter hit on the up 4-3. A very, very fast-paced set here at the moment. Nice.
Ooh, there's the launch, and he's gonna get to the wall now. Let's see what the kind of Marduk pressure we're gonna see off of this. Oh, and he just gets him.
Yeah, both hits are that low from BTS hitting. So Fido now. Nice. You just see him backdash there at the start of the round, forced the whiff from Ufi, and whiff punish him beautifully. Ufi now fighting back. Wow.
He's definitely getting a lot of launches off on Ufi right now. But we're seeing less, wall pressure in this round, definitely.
Yeah, Fido doing a good job, but nice duck from Ufi. He has rage available too, so that's going to be extra damage if he uses the rage drive. Nope, he's going to save it.
So he's going to get nice pressure off of it. Oh, and Fido is hit by it.
Yeah, that's good stuff from Ufi. Just keeping his rage drive for the end there for the mix-up and managed to hit it. Okay.
Going for a few lows there.
Uh-oh. Punish! No punish!
Oof.
This guy's swinging.
Yeah, this armor move from Bob is definitely strong, especially if the opponent is up against the wall. Very high, reward for landing that one.
It is, man, and that's going to be Ufi taking that match. So, again, crazy stuff, man. Both guys very, very aggressive, and Ufi getting his offense off. Just beautiful stuff there. And he actually ducked strings too. We can't just say it was mindless aggression. He actually did duck some of the Marduk strings that he was getting hit by in the first match. So that's good adaptation from Ufi. Let's see what Fido does here now to answer back. It is 1-1, and it's first to 2, right? Or is it? Yeah, it is first to 2.
Yeah, it is first to 2. And I agree, it's definitely not mindless. We've already seen so much adaptation from both sides of the game. These 2 matches seems like it's almost done by completely different players. Like they've definitely adjusted their tendencies, their patterns, and you can definitely see it in the if you just look at the the rounds won by each side from the 2 matches, right? I still think that Ufi was hit by a lot of launches. He's still playing. It seems like he's not changing up his playstyle too much, but he's definitely changing some of the moves. He's going for a lot more lows this last game. I wonder if he's going to stick to that, or maybe he's going to play a little more safe.
Well, this is a crazy turn of events here. So we've gone for a random stage. So Fido's gone for a random stage, and it's ended up being an infinite. So the walls are not in play anymore. I wonder now, with Fido being a bit more of a defensive whiff punish type of player, if that's going to work into his favor. We'll have to wait and see now as the final match starts up here. Ufi versus Fido, the infinite stage here. Arctic Snowfall. Let's go.
This might make for a completely different match now that we don't have any walls. Hopefully we'll see.
For the instant hop kick. Respect.
I think that's a statement when you make that, especially that far into the set. Then that says something.
Absolutely. Oh. Okay, some throws now. Something that you want to see if you're playing Marek, man. You want to see those command throws, man. He has a good throw game.
Definitely one of Marduk's strengths is that if you're put in this situation where you have to guess too many times, you can only guess right this X amount of times, right? There's at some point you're gonna break and you're gonna eat some damage.
100%.
So you want to avoid that definitely. But we're definitely seeing a little more safer approach. I think only a few health sweeps both thrown there.
Yeah, but look at that, man. Fido with great defense at the end there, utilizing that jab perfectly to get the round. That's really, really solid stuff for Fido. I feel like he's just getting better as time goes on. Oh, no break again!
Caught him mid-ring, I think. And that's gonna set up for some pressure. He goes for the on the ground.
Yep. Oh, counter hit! Oh my god, the damage!
7 golden letters for Fido here. And he's up on match point.
Now one more round. Like I did mention that Ufi was the guy that I was thinking that might make it into top 4 here. But Fido 1 round away from putting him into loser bracket. No break! Oh,
again. Yeah, this is definitely looking scary for Ufi. Let's see if we can bring it back somehow. On the tackle!
Oh, that was a vital break and a counter hit to get up. Here we go. Combo opportunity.
Oh, he just keeps rolling.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, and is that gonna be it? I think so.
Yeah,
oh,
nice.
Catches him.
That was a great comeback there from Ufi, and it all started with that break on the tackle as well. He guessed correctly on the mix-up. Here comes the throw game now from Fido, though. He realizes that Ufi is not breaking throws here, Kerbin.
Yeah, he's definitely utilizing that a lot and putting emphasis on getting Ufi to either duck or do something else that's a little risky.
Absolutely. Talking about risky there. Duck into the while standing launcher, but it manages to hit at Ufi now, looking to take it to a final round. What's the mix-up? The low.
One more hit.
No.
And there it is.
Final round here. Ufi versus Fido.
Who's gonna take it? Ooh, hell sweep. Another one and it's blocked.
Oh, beautiful block and punish there from Fido. This is very, very back and forth. What's the mix-up?
But no wall to keep that pressure going. It's back to neutral again. And there's a launch from Ufi.
Oh my god, he pressed buttons in between the launcher. That's very unfortunate there for Fido. Ufi now with some pressure. Rage! No break!
But he got him.
Is that gonna be dead? Yes,
and
it is.
Nail in the coffin. Ufi wins this set. That was really well adjusted. Wow, is this the first match of the of the tournament? That's incredible.
That's crazy, man. What a way to start off across the north here with a Denmark country qualifier. Ufi versus Fido. Great games to both. Taking it to a final round. Of course, Tekken 7 always delivers. But that was the reverse sweep there, Kerbin. I mean, that was 3 rounds straight. Fido was on match point. He was 2 rounds up, and then something clicked in Ufi, and everything started to work. And he got his stuff. And a lot of clutch as well, by the way, because he was down on health. But he managed to make those clutch comebacks, and yeah, good stuff to see from the young lad Ufi, man. But Fido, though, still, he's not out of it.
Yeah, Fido definitely made a valiant attempt, and I think Ufi might be one of those players that just somehow plays better when they're when they're under pressure, when they're in that situation where the opponent is on match point, right? It sort of almost like awakens something in them, right? Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, that was the first match of Across the North. Ladies and lads, thank you so much for tuning in here. Across the North, the first qualifier here for in the country of Denmark. And we're going to have 3 more qualifiers coming up before we have the finals. Kerbin, once again, I mean, just explain. So what are these guys playing for the finals?
Well, these guys are playing to essentially have the chance to represent their native country. In this tournament today, the highest forward placing players will get to represent their country essentially. The highest placing one, of course, they'll get the pride in being the highest, placed person in this tournament. But in addition, they also named the team captain, which means they'll have a little more, responsibility or say in the final decision, which is they have to pick a fifth team member, someone we call a mystery player. And this fifth player doesn't have to be necessarily the person that plays, the fifth place. This can be someone who might not, like you mentioned earlier, back. Someone that might have not placed as well in this tournament, maybe had a bad day, or it could be a chance to showcase someone that maybe the other regions aren't quite familiar with, something like that. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities with this last fifth player that could be introduced.
100%, man. And just looking at that first match we had with Ufi and Fido, I mean, Fido, look at the way he played, man. I mean, I would not be upset if he was part of that, part of my 5-man team. That guy's a very strong Marduk. And we have so many more matches yet to come. We have another one coming up here. It's going to be Ace versus Don Scully. Is that going to be the match?
Don Scully, I think, yeah.
Scully. Yeah, nice. So we've got the salty EU man there, Ice. I never know how to say his name. Is it Ace or Ice, man?
I think it's Isk.
Ice, yeah. I
know both have been representing themselves in the different Danish local tournaments. I know especially in one instance of Demo Man, I think it was the second installment, we had Don Scully place, I think third place, like coming out of nowhere and just beating people with Armor King, who I think had like recently been released at that point.
Okay.
Isk, I think a lot of you know from Salty EU, his stream and tournaments that he's running on his channel. Definitely a great guy.
Yeah, 100%, man. And both guys are Tekken King as well, man. We've got here, Kerbin. Both
Oh, yeah,
guys same rank. We're on the new stage as well. Let's go, Astika and Armor King.
And this, I'm wondering what kind of play we're gonna see here, because I think it might be a little more patient in some ways, but as any other good player in this game, you got to be able to play all sides of it, right? You can't just play one style. You have to switch it up.
100%, man. You got to be able to switch it up when your opponent is getting the best of you. Right now, get a counter hit on the back one. No combo, unfortunately, though. It's a bit of an awkward combo. Try to the parry. No!
Oh, but there's both of them. Oh, interrupts the race drive.
No! What's going on?
Oh! I thought it was going to be a trade for sure. Well, it was, but I mean, double KO.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So a funny first round there. Both guys dropping a lot of stuff. Ice had the down 2 counter hit. No combo, unfortunately. Okay. Giant swang.
He's not going to reach, right? No.
Yeah, good tech as well.
Ooh, are we going to see the balcony break? Oh, no.
Right. Finishes the string. Okay.
Ooh. Strong. I think a very strong round this time for Don Scully.
Yeah, 100%. They use that sidestep move. Good stuff. They're putting on some pressure. Good break though on the throw. Alright, Ice fighting back. Good punish.
Oh, that's a launch.
Yep, goes for the 1+2. What? Didn't break the balcony? Okay. That's very weird. Oh my god, unblockable.
Ooh.
And
the first game.
Don Scully taking it 3 rounds. No round brown. What's funny, Kevin, is I feel like Ice was in control for a lot of those rounds as well. But he still managed to lose it. I think the clutch factor wasn't quite there for him in the latter parts of the round. So I still think that Ice can do it.
I think there were some key decisions by Don Scully that sort of was sort of just enough to turn the tide, to let him essentially take this game instead. There's a few interruptions on the rage drive, I remember. There was also some some good launches and just some good mix-up on him. I think both players did really well though.
Yeah, no, they did. I mean, Ice, he just dropped stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, right? That first round as well wasn't the best. You got the I forgot what he did. He did a while standing 4 into down 2, which is the frame trap. He managed to get the frame trap and counter hit launch, but he didn't finish it. Literally just needed 1 hit. So Ice, if he wants to win this match, he's gonna have to start finishing these rounds. I mean, I've been seeing it recently as well. In a lot of tournaments, people are dropping those really clutch moments, right? So it's very important to get those when you're playing in a tournament.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing someone who might be, extremely experienced and a good player, you will not get a lot of chances. So if you're not able to take them, the very few you get, then that might just decide if you're, going through this tournament or not.
Exactly, man. We're going back onto the cave of enlightenment, man. It was a random select as well.
Oh,
Let's
whoa, whoa. That's impressive. Oh,
Yeah.
gets the chain grab here.
Wow. Okay, no break. I haven't even seen that throw before, man.
I can't remember it either. But it's nice to see the experts coming out here.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, oh, that was a good crush of the throw.
Yeah, cans. Oh, goes for the mid option. That's good from Ice. Can he finish it though? That's the question. Nice.
Ooh.
Back
He's
three.
playing a little bit risky, but he's making correct decisions, so it's paying off.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, right? We want to see Ice start to get those clutch rounds in. Okay. Bit of a slower round here to start off. Ice with a small life lead.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the change of pace. And I think both players were sort of adapting at the same time. You can see them both sort of baiting the other. But now we're getting the balcony break and maybe some step up from Asuka soon. No, not necessary.
Yeah, good stuff. He actually used forward 4-2 there, which tracks to Asuka's weak side, and that beat that move that Scully tried to go for. So great stuff from Iceman. This is looking like a different player now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Already up 2 rounds in this game. But Don Scully is definitely coming back this very moment. I feel like we might have hexed Ice. Right
Yeah,
now.
commentator's curse. No. Good combo.
Woo, and that's gonna be it.
That will be it, yeah. Tech or no tech, it doesn't matter. Scully answers back, stays alive.
I'm wondering if Don Scully is gonna keep up this momentum he got from the last round, or if Ice is gonna readjust. Ooh.
Okay, another back three. When in doubt, throw it out. Here we go. Ice getting some damage on the board.
And this part stage is definitely a lot bigger, so we're not seeing as much wall play. And as I say that, we're at the wall.
Yeah.
And Don Scully is definitely 1 hit away from dying at this point.
Oh, the punish. Okay, it's not over yet. Rage available.
Oh, Ice taking the second game.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, the 1-3 there. I like the adaptations, just like you mentioned, Kerbin. Going for those back threes at the right time. The timing on Ice was a lot better there. But more importantly, just finishing those rounds, man. When you got the combo opportunity, when you got the counter hit, when you got the launch, he managed to finish his food, man. So yeah, 1-1 now. Good stuff.
And I think both players, we're definitely seeing, I think, a very different... of course, they're both also playing a little aggressive, but it's definitely different from what we just saw with Fido and Ufi, right? I think there's a little more change to more patient play, and there's some very risky, but I think very well calculated chances being taken, especially from Ice side with the back threes and the can-cans.
Yeah, because in the first match, I feel like Scully ducked a lot. So if you see some of those situations, like the first round, which Ice won, he actually managed to get him to the wall and went for a mid-wall splat there, because he knew that he was going to duck. So that's actually good adaptations from Ice anyway, just to know that, okay, he's ducking a lot, let me go for more mids, man. Let me go for back threes and forward 4-2s and down 4-3s. So he's mixing up really well, Ice. He's adapting well. Let's see if Scully can bring it back now.
Yeah, let's see who can take this this final game. It's I think both players have almost an equal chance. Honestly, I think they're both very well adjusted in both sets. Like Ufi and Fido, it's gonna come down to the line. Maybe even final round.
That's what we want to see, man. That's what we want to see. But we're on the Forgotten Realm here, Kerbin, and I think that works into Armor King's favor, probably, right? I mean, this is the Kings do like this stage, right? Because that big damage potential.
Yeah, this is definitely the home of the King mains, both of them. It's gonna be some big damage, and it's still, quite a small, not a very big stage, so the smallest mistake can lead you to, wall pressure, which is something, on the other hand, that Asuka is very good at. But I agree, I think Armor King does have the advantage here.
Oh, bro, we've got some flashy combos now, man. Let's go.
One story down.
Oh!
What is going on? Great play from Don Scully here, definitely.
Yep, 2 floors broken and some crazy unblockables and key charges. You love to see it, man. Very flashy first round.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
And there it is, the final floor.
Yeah, man. Those throws becoming launches is crazy.
Ooh.
Back rolls.
It seems Ice is waking up with get-up kicks a lot, or something like that. He's getting hit on wake up.
Mm-hmm. Ice trying to go for a frame tap to counter hit. He tries to go for it again. Not going to work.
That's the parry, but he goes slow. Might have been a read there.
Yeah, that's quick 2 rounds here for Scully. Ice, can he bring it back? Can we see another reverse sweep like we saw Ufi do? Can counter hit.
Ice does not want to deal with these throws. He's throwing out some cans.
Oh, look at the aggression. I like that from Ice. Not messing around here.
Oh, he breaks it.
The sidestep 2-1. Okay, so combo opportunity now here from Scully. Oh!
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, he takes it. 3 rounds straight from Don Scully. Very solidly played. Definitely.
Yeah, very, very good stuff there from Scully, man. You know, what's crazy about these moves, right? These moves which have like an inbuilt sidestep into them. Paul has one, Armor King has one, and it's very hard to deal with if you're an Asuka player, because the way that he sidesteps is to the right side, and Asuka's very weak to that side too. So a lot of moves that he would throw out actually get beaten with that Armor King 4-1+4 or whatever the notation is. We saw Ice beat it 1 or 2 times with some moves that track. So if you want to beat that stuff, you have to use Asuka forward 3, forward 4-2, and other moves that kind of track that way. But I think ultimately that move caused him a lot of issue in that step.
Yeah, I'm just waiting here to see what our next game is going to be. What do you think, Spag? What do you think of the game so far?
The games are good, man. I mean, they're close. This is what we want to see, man. So I thought going into this that it would be quite clear cut who would make it into the top 5. But I thought, you know, you look at someone like Blackbeard, Casper, Ufi, Whale, Flying Fox. You know, these guys are the names that you hear a lot. But after seeing the way that people are playing today, I do think that we're going to get some upsets, and we almost got one. I feel like Fido. I mean, Fido's definitely a good player. I don't want to say it's an upset if he lost, but I mean, I didn't really know much about Fido before. There's no disrespect, right? But now seeing how strong he is, I literally do not know who's going to make it into the top 4.
But I know at least one of our next players that's coming up. I see Blackbeard in the lobby right now.
Oh yeah, Blackbeard.
And I think he might be playing Okan from, I assume it's from Aarhus.
You know that scene.
He's from Copenhagen. He's from.
Seem quite strong, man.
Okay. Well, so kind of interesting. Blackbeard is facing someone who used to be from Aarhus, but has now, you know, turned to the eastern side and is now, as far as I can tell, part of the Copenhagen crew instead.
Oh, yo, he's defected, you know. Defected.
Exactly.
So who's he representing? That's the question, Kerbin. Who's he representing?
Is he a double agent? What is he? It's very, very interesting dilemma here. I think that's why we've sent Blackbeard to verify this situation here.
A rogue agent.
Exactly.
Can you just explain to me a little bit? Like, is there a rivalry like between cities in Denmark?
Officially, no, of course not. Off the books, yeah, there is definitely. I think mostly when it comes to, you know, the western side, especially Aarhus and Copenhagen, there's a little bit of, you know, healthy competition, rivalry sort of relationship. There's definitely some. But I like to think, you know, after the tournament is done, we can all sit down, you know, have a drink, something like that, and just talk about how much we, you know, appreciate this game.
100%, man. That's it, man. Healthy rivalries, man. That's what we love to see. Aarhus. I was meant to go there. I think there was a tournament there, right? Like last year, and or maybe this year. Yeah, I think it was early this year. There was a tournament there, and everyone loved it, man. I think you guys in Denmark, you put on, well, just like Sweden, Denmark, and Nordic. You guys put on some really, really good events, man. And we have one here as well across the north, ladies and lads. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please share the stream and let everyone what's going on here. Some really, really good Tekken action coming in here from the Nordic regions. Myself, Spag, joined on commentary with Kerbin. It's been we've had 2 games already, which have been very close. They went to the final match, and we have another one coming up here now. Blackbeard, the household name of Denmark, I would say.
A man that does not need to be introduced, but we're still going to. Definitely someone, you know, even on an international level, is very well known. Did very well in Tekken World Tour during the first season. Is still doing very well, especially in the, you know, in the Danish scene. He's done quite well. And he's you know, he's been with not only with the Tekken community, but also the Copenhagen community and the locals we have. He's definitely, you know, been a part of that for a long time.
Yeah, man. He's just like, he's someone that I've traveled with to many different countries now. I've gone to the deserts of Dubai. I've gone to the the coast of California with him. I've gone all around the world with this guy. He's just a swell guy, a really good representation of what European Tekken is all about, and also just a very good strong player. Like you mentioned it yourself, right? That Paris regional back in 2017, the first World Tekken World Tour, he showed what he was made of, shows what his potential is when he's really putting his all into the game. And this is a guy who has 3 kids as well, man. That Dad Nanish, man, as they used to call him. So here we go. I mean, we talked a lot about him, but Okan, I'm interested to see who this guy is because I haven't really seen much of him either. So let's see, man.
Oh, and we're gonna see. We're not gonna see Josie this game. We're definitely not. Interesting pick from Blackbeard, but it's not the first time he's been using this character in a tournament. Definitely not.
No. Leroy, he has been playing like early on, and it's a very annoying Leroy to play against as well. Still a very strong character too. I see we've got a Brian player too, so we're gonna see a lot of orbitals from both guys. Hopefully, let's go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And there we go. Straight away.
Already a launch from Blackbeard here. We got. I think we're gonna see the wall. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Look at the damage already.
Yeah. What do you think about Leroy, man? Do you still think Leroy is a really strong character?
I think he's yes. I think he's very very strong. I think it's lands the rage art.
That's gonna hurt.
Ooh. Still behind on life, but both players almost dead.
Oh my god, the whip!
There it is. Nice play by Okan there, taking the first round. I still think Leroy is a strong character, but I think Okan is here to show that Brian is also a strong character, and you should definitely respect him.
100%, man. Okay, let's see if Adnan or Blackbeard can make the adaptation here. Good count hit. Ooh, the Oki.
Oh, catch him midair.
Spring kick to finish it off. 1 round apiece now. First game.
Ooh, doesn't get the orbital. Definitely a lot of mid pokes from Blackbeard here.
Yeah.
There's the orbital we talked about.
No respect there from Blackbeard. The counter hit though. He dropped the combo. That was very uncharacteristic of Adnan. His combo is usually very, very on point.
Oh, another one, and it lands. That means Okan's gonna take this second round now, and he's close to getting that first game.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really see much rage arts at high level, so I think that Blackbeard may be a little bit confused about the way that he's using it, right? But here we go, it's working out for him.
Oh, it drops the wall combo. But can Blackbeard find his way out here is the question. And it seems like he does.
Yeah,
but we're not gonna see a wall this time though. We're gonna have some neutral again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Power crush, forward 2. Oh!
Rage is available for Blackbeard here. So he might be 1 hit away from dying, and I think that's it.
That might be it. Rage art.
Yeah, it is gonna hurt. That is true.
Answers back with his own rage art here. Adnan, Blackbeard gonna take it to a final round of the first game.
Love that rage art. It's really well animated.
It is.
Alright, so final round for this first game. Let's I can imagine that Blackbeard's gonna be looking for this rage art that he's been hit by twice now. He's definitely gonna bait it out, I think.
If he takes it to a flash, if he takes him to rage at all.
If he can get hit, yeah. Oh!
Wow.
7 golden letters for Okan here. Definitely well played, well adjusted. There's definitely some key decisions there, and some of them did involve rage art, definitely.
No, 100%. Yeah, that rage art was something that Blackbeard should take away from this match, and going into the next match, I mean, something he'll look out for, just like you mentioned. That was all Okan in that last round. Obviously, everything went right for him. He made the right decisions, and the punishment was on point, movement was on point. But yeah, I mean, I think Blackbeard probably will stick with Leroy here. But like you mentioned, just watch out for that rage art. Be a little bit more patient in the latter stages of the round. Do we know where Okan's from, by the way?
Where he's from?
Yeah, in Denmark. Like, where is he?
No, I think he used to be from Aarhus, but he was the he was the defector. He moved to Copenhagen, and now we all just figuring out like is this is he double agent? Is he has he defected? What is it?
So for you, if he wins, he's Copenhagen. If he loses, he's Aarhus. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to think about it. Definitely.
That's how it's gonna work. All right, we're gonna go to the Duomo di Sirio Bellissimo. We're going to Italy. Let's go, Blackbeard. Gonna get some balconies in play here.
Yeah, and some walls definitely a little closer this time than on the previous stage. something that's really strong for I think both characters, especially Brian, if you know utilized correctly.
100%. Okay, good start there for Blackbeard. Good punishment. Hey, he does know the Brian matchup pretty well. There's another strong player that uses Brian in Copenhagen. With,
yeah, definitely. I think we have multiple people actually in the area that can play him quite well. You know, people that have been playing this game for, you know, so many years.
Yeah.
they can't unlearn the character at this point.
Yeah, whoa, I like that combo. Oh my god, the Oki Blackbeard not messing around right now. Another counter hit.
Ooh, but it's not gonna be. Oh,
nasty. Blackbeard angry.
He's not. I don't think he was very satisfied with the result from the first game, so he's here to make a correction.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Ooh, try to go out the stab. The cane, yeah.
Didn't work though. Hey.
And we're back here. Oh, advised the spring kick.
Watch out for the rage up. Oh, the rage drive came this time.
You barely got to say it, and then he used it. You were on wavelengths with Blackbeard there, I think.
3 rounds straight, no round brown. Crazy stuff there from Blackbeard. That is one match apiece, and this is exactly what we spoke about, right, Kerbin? Like, you know, Blackbeard is going to be able to make those adaptations. He's very experienced. He kind of got a read on the timing, the move choices from Brian, and like you mentioned too, you got a lot of players in Denmark who actually have used Brian for a long time too, like a high level. So, I mean, this is not a matchup that he's going to be unfamiliar with.
No, definitely not. He's no stranger to this matchup. I'm wondering what the Okan is gonna adjust with here, though. As far as I know, he only plays Brian, so I don't think we're gonna see a character switch. But there might be, you know, in terms of play style, like maybe he'll play. It seems like he was struggling mostly on defense in this game that we just watched. So I'm wondering what he's gonna, what is he gonna do to sort of come back from this.
Yeah, 100%. He needs to be a little bit more patient because, I mean, I know it's very generalistic and very reductionist, but the point is that Blackbeard did hit him with a lot of 1-1-1+2. He got counter hit a lot by the jab string from Leroy, and even at the end there with the back 1+2, the 12-frame mid counter hit launcher, he got counter hit for the win there, Blackbeard. So like, yeah, you need to be a little bit more patient and watch out for these strings. Try to bait it out with punish like you did in the first match. Let's see if Okan can do that.
And we also did not. I don't think we saw any rage outs from Okan this game, did we? I don't think so. Yeah, so I think he recognized that Blackbeard will probably also be looking for that. So he, played a little more safely regarding his use of rage.
Yeah, and we've gone to the infinite as your 2 here, Okan. So that does show that he's maybe trying to employ more of a defensive style here based around more on movement. Let's see what Blackbeard can do. Final game. There we go, perfect.
But no walls here means we gotta see a little more neutral play. Oh, nice low parry. Oh, drops the combo though.
Counter hit. One more hit will do it. Nice.
First round goes to Okan this time.
It's exactly what we spoke about, right? You want to see Okan move around a little bit more, try to bait out some things from Blackbeard, and he's doing really well so far.
Ooh, that's a very crucial whiff there.
Ooh, the trade. Blackbeard looking bad right now. Okay. Try to go for the orbital. Not going to work. Okan now moves on to set point to put Blackbeard into the loser bracket.
This is sort of the same situation we had with Fido and Ufi, but let's see if it's... Oh, what a nice parry. Oh, both twin orbitals.
Yeah. His orbital's a little bit better there. Here we go. Blackbeard now answering back with a good combo.
Are we going to see a perfect? Oh!
Yes.
What a shot there.
Good stuff there from Blackbeard. So he answers back. He's staying alive. Is he gonna make the Ufi come back? Oh my god, the whip punish.
What a nice whip punish there with the launch. And he's gonna he might not get the pressure, but he's still got the life lead, so he's he can play a little more patient.
What? Getting hit by everything right now, Blackbeard. Oh!
Oh yeah, he's definitely not
Okay, pressure now. Blackbeard on the back foot. The low parry.
Low parry. Is that gonna be it? No.
Oh!
And he takes it.
Blackbeard going to be put into the loser bracket in winners round 3 from Okan. A great decision by him to go to the infinite stage there to have more space to move around and just, play a bit more patient and look for the whiff punishes there. So good stuff from Okan, man. The timing Yeah, a really good adaptation.
I would say I did not expect the game to, this set rather, to go this way. I think if I was a gambling man, I would probably have placed my bet on Blackbeard. But it's interesting to see this. Blackbeard is not, he's not out of the tournament though.
No, he's not out of the
He's
tournament.
still
But
in
I
here.
think he took too long to adapt there, right?
Yeah.
Because you can see after the first 2 rounds of that last match, he realized he had to play a little bit more defensive. If he had realized that a little bit earlier on, then it could have been a different match. But yeah, just a little bit too slow to the ball there. Either way, Okan, man, can't take anything away from him. Really, really good stuff by him to cause probably our first upset of the day, right?
I would say so, yeah. I would say that's the first one.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, we're going to be moving on to our next match very, very shortly. But yeah, it's been some great games so far, Kevin.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm just taking a look at the bracket right now, and of course, in our winner's side, we have some great players. But I think it's also interesting to see who's in loser's side right now. It's definitely there's still a lot of talent there. And I'm sort of I'm wondering who's gonna make it through loser's side at this point, because we have we have Blackbeard down there, we have a lot of other great players. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I'm looking at the bracket as well. We've got Winter's Wolf, and he's got a very solid lay. We have Ice, who we just saw earlier as well. Who's in losers? Fido, the Marduk player, Zashiro. I think she plays Lee. And Michas as well. I haven't seen much of him, but a lot of people say he's a very strong player. So again, we've got some very, very good players there in the loser bracket. Let's see if and Blackbeard as well. I just forgot. Yeah. Blackbeard of course just lost now, so he's in loser 2. So the winner side looks very crazy though, man. Winner side looks nice.
All definitely.
Yeah, they look very good.
Yeah, definitely all worthy candidates of a top 4 spot. I would say. I don't think there's a like complete like clear cut these 4 players are gonna go through, but that is what makes it exciting, right? Because you don't know who's gonna go through. We've already had this upset, so.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? There could be even more upsets to move on here. But yeah, like, who do you expect? Looking at this bracket, who do you actually expect to make it through here into the top 4?
Oof. I don't mean to curse anyone here, but I think we're gonna see Whale advance.
Whale, yeah.
And I think Flying Fox. I think those 2 from winner's side at least. The loser side is really tricky. I'm honestly not sure what to say there.
That's where the fun games are going to happen. Actually, I think in losers, right? It's the last chance. Everything on the line, and we've got some very strong players there too. So I think the losers are where we're going to start seeing some crazy stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, looking at the winner side, we've got Whale, Don Scully, Flying Fox, Ufi, which is going to be an insane match. I feel like Ling versus the way that these guys play. I played both these guys before. I know what they play like. They're insane. You've got Casper versus Haunts. I don't know much about Haunts, but he managed to beat Winter 2-0, so that, I mean, it must be good. And I guess Okan, who we just saw, versus Conlon. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very solid winner to see who gets into top 8 here. These are all top 8 qualifiers now in the winner side.
Oh yeah, definitely. Casper is someone who, or Calling, as he's known here, someone who's been with the local scene since the beginning. He was part of setting up our actual our locals in Copenhagen, and he's playing Tekken for many years. And then he decided, to play Akuma in Tekken 7. And he's definitely one of the stronger players in the Copenhagen area. And I also think in Denmark in general, he's definitely.
100%. Yeah, Casper's a very experienced player. He's gone all over the world to play Tekken and stuff, and very active in the local scene as well in Denmark. But not only that, but what's crazy is I feel like it was so funny because we did an exhibition with Denmark versus Norway. I think it was Denmark-Norway, and Casper was actually the one who finished it off, right? He didn't even, I feel like he wasn't playing Tekken for such a long time, but he's so fundamental, he has good really solid fundamentals, so all he needed to do was go with the Kuma and just do the most basic combos, right? And he still managed to beat these really strong players. It was really cool to see, just this old school sort of style of Tekken that he has. So I expect big things from him as well in this qualifier.
Yeah, like you said, definitely a player that focuses a lot on fundamentals. He can play a lot of different characters. I know in previous tournaments he's not been afraid to pull out a different character than Akuma if he feels like a certain player or a certain character it's not it's something he would rather deal with using another character. So I would not say he's locked into playing Akuma. He could definitely pull out something else. I believe he pulled out his Kazuya at one demo man. I think so. And being a very big Kazuya fan myself, that's always nice to see people playing the character.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but let's see if he brings out the Kazuya now. But yeah, I think you used Beck before, right? Beck to start.
Yeah.
I feel like that character was always really fun to watch, man. But I doubt he's gonna be making it back into this game, bro. I heard he's dead. I don't know about the story. I don't really know much about Tekken's story, about lore, but I heard he's dead. I don't know.
Is he?
Someone could tell me in the chat.
I think maybe he's waiting. Like those Smash invites. I think he's waiting on like a Tekken invite. Like his letter got lost in the mail or something. We'll see. I personally like the character, but I just hope he returns just for Casper's sake, because I know he really wants this character. Yeah.
Bro, we just need some stands. You know what's crazy with these waifu players, man? They go crazy on Twitter. They make like 1 billion accounts and they start atting Harada. We just need some. Where's the male stands, man?
Yeah.
Where's the people that go crazy with the male characters, man? If you want to do it, if you want Beck back in the game, start. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say it. Don't spam Harada. Don't ask him. But yeah, that's crazy, man. There's a difference between the waifu and the male players, man.
We definitely don't.
Up, though. And Horns. Okay, Casper and Horns. Cool. Do you know much about Horns? Looks like he's got an Anna. That's cool.
I believe he's from the western side of Denmark as well. He's I believe he does. I think he played Brian at some point, but I think he might be changing his character up a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely someone we've seen around before. Definitely a well-known name.
Far Cry saying that Horns is Alborg.
Oh, he's from Aalborg. Okay, I see.
Okay, he's a waifu player. Yeah, I see that with the Anna Tekken God Prime, man. I don't know if Casper loses this one, he ain't gonna be too happy, man. Like, losing to an Anna online? Hell no. Casper's not gonna be happy with that one, bro.
But I'm getting told that he's still a very fundamental player, and he has a very solid defense that he focuses on. I'm surprised by the Anna pick though, but you know what? We'll see how it turns out.
What's crazy about Anna is that her full clutch sweep, which started off when she got added into the game, started off very weak, right? She was not able to get combos on it consistently, and then they just buffed it. Every patch they just buffed to the point now where it's like reaches half screen and you get consistent combo from it. It's really really good. But let's see. Let's see what character he goes for. Maybe he'll pick something else.
Yeah, that's true. He might have just gone with something else. I know that he can play a lot of different characters, so let's see what he went with. He did go with Anna, I see. And Casper's sticking to his main, going with Akuma.
Yeah. Okay, good to see. The Akuma is, I mean, as much as we talk about him being that really OP character, he does require the execution. There is that execution barrier. He's not like the released Leroy, right? Where everybody could just pick him up and start winning.
No, I think a lot of especially like greater players, are really coming. Their game plan and their experience is coming, to fruition at the later seasons of the game. I think we're definitely utilizing him better and better for each season. So no, I agree. It's definitely not a case of release Leroy.
Yeah, all good punish there from Casper, man. This has been a good round for him so far, and a down forward one to finish it off. Good keep out, the defensive down forward one there to finish it off. And yeah, jumping around as low in that first round made it very hard for Horns to get his full clutch mix-up started too, so gotta watch out for that.
Oh, definitely utilizing the Demon Flip a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see if Horns can pick him off out of the air, or perhaps sidestep and do something about it.
Yeah, he dropped the combo to go for a reset mixed up there, and he managed to guess correctly, so good round. Oh, the punish from Casper. Nice. Are we breaking the wall? No? Okay.
Well, he still got the wall now.
Uh-oh.
Low pokes.
Nice. Casper with a comeback. Beautiful stuff there. He got him to the wall and just did work on him there.
Yeah, definitely just mauling his opponent right now. He just wants to, get in close and do a lot of, demon flips and a lot of just put up pressure on. Don't let the Horns play, essentially.
Yeah. Okay, the sweep finally gets it. Here we go, Horns. Can he get something started? We got Casper with 2 bars of meter though. Scary stuff.
Ooh, another one. I see. It seems like Casper is really good right now as adjusting when he's going for lows and mids. Horns getting hit by these crucial mids and also the small pokes that he's doing. But he gets the round anyway.
Yeah, that's really good. You know, that was the first time we saw Horns actually go for the jab to float the demon flip. That was what was 100% required. Oh, but here we go.
Yeah, he whiffed a jab there when Colin was demon flipping. Definitely trying to stop the pressure, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Ooh, what combo? This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's gonna be it, man. I don't even think that was a combo. He may have actually been able to tech roll out of that one. But yeah,
Oh, really?
Casper,
Okay.
yeah, Casper looking really strong there. You rightly said, right, that when he was in demon flip, the jab whiffed, and it's because Casper went for the dive kick. If you just go for a jab on its own, I personally feel like that should work. I personally feel like, and I've said this a lot before, I don't know why people disagree with me, but
you won't find any disagreement from here, at least not from me. Like, I agree. I think that jab should definitely, it should stop that. Yeah, it definitely should.
But the dive kick, what it does is it kind of pauses in the air a little bit. It kind of makes you whiff your jab, and then the dive kick hits you, and you get launched, man. Oh damn, we got a sub. Yo, what's up, Spirit? Thanks so much, man. Welcome everybody to the Across the North Denmark qualifier here. Hope you're enjoying the action so far. Casper 1-0 up versus Haunts. What do we need to see from Haunts, you reckon? I think we need to see a lot more floating on the jumps, man, because a lot of jumps there from
I'm honestly wondering about the character pick, if he's gonna... Either Anna is a very intentional pick versus Akuma, or he's gonna switch it up now and go with something completely different. Okay, it's definitely... he's very intentional about that pick. What stage did he go... He went with...
He's stuck with it. He's stuck with
Yeah,
jungle.
definitely. Okay. I think, like Casper's doing to him, I think he needs to just put him under pressure and then perhaps go for maybe some of the more risky mix-up options. Or at least just shut down the Akuma pressure, because that is really what's costing me in this game, I think.
Yeah, it's those jumps as well. If you can start using some magic forward or something, just anything to try to float the jump in, that's when we're going to start seeing him get some rounds. Nice power crush, though.
Definitely gotta be careful of the wall here. Oh, not necessary. He takes it without the wall. We're not gonna see the balcony break yet, but oh, what a round start.
Yeah, back to there with the counter hit. Casper now, look at him, man. He has so much confidence right now. Real wall splat. It's a big combo damage. Oh!
Barely gets the combo there.
Yeah. Is that gonna come back to bite him?
Yeah, but look at Hans' health right now. He's gonna make, he can't afford, incorrect decisions right now. Oh, and there's one.
Yeah. That fireball right at the end taking it, and Casper on set point.
Hans gonna be able to do something here. He had him against the wall, but he's playing very defensively right now. Maybe a little too defensively.
The wall starting to counter hit. Are we gonna go downstairs? No, not quite. But he has the wall pressure now.
Barely avoids the get-up kick there.
Yeah, and that is gonna be that. Casper just too good on the day for Haunts. The pressure was looking so good. I mean, he made all the right decisions. I don't think any of those down fours, those sweeps were blocked as well. He knew when to go for the mid, he knew when to go for the low. And that just shows, right, Kerbin, when you have someone as experienced as Casper. Casper is not doing the crazy Akuma combos. He's just doing, I guess you don't have to really, like he was doing some good stuff to get damage, but you don't really need to have that huge damage optimal combos with Akuma if you have the fundamentals as Casper has.
Yeah, definitely. With any character pretty much in this game, you still need to have good fundamentals to play, right? You can use the damage output of Akuma's combos as a crutch and sort of skip over that. You need a good game sense, you need fundamentals, and you need to be able to both understand your opponent, but also your own patterns and maybe things you need to adjust. I think right now we're gonna go to a short break for a little bit, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes with more Across the North, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Across the North. We're resuming our tournament here with already 3 games, I think, played. Spag, what do you think essentially of the matches so far?
Man, the matches have been absolutely amazing, man. It's good to see a mix of sort of very globally well-known players playing and competing here, as well as the more sort of lesser-known, strong, talented players you have here in Denmark. You know, that's what the whole thing's about, right? Being able to put these people on a stage where they're able to show what they're made of, and you know, it's been great. We've already seen close matches, final rounds, clutch comebacks, and some crazy upsets as well, man. So looking forward to seeing what we're going to be having for the rest of this tournament.
Oh yeah, definitely. And speaking of the rest of the tournament, for those that might have just tuned in, we have for this for this Across the North, series of tournaments, we have these different country qualifiers. The first one we're doing today is one for Denmark. So today we're going to see Danish players face off against each other. The top 4 placing players, they will go on to the finals event, which is happening the 21st of November. There's going to be a 5th player on the team, which is actually decided by the team themselves. So that's not up to the placing. This means that the last player on the team will be, it might be someone who might not have done so well this tournament. It might just be the 5th highest player. You know, we just won't know who this 5th mystery player is going to be. And I can say that the other dates for the 3 other countries that's going to have a country qualifier is Norway is the next one happening the 24th of October. Sweden is happening the 31st of October. And then finally we have Finland, which is happening the 14th of November. And all of these country qualifiers, of course, are going to follow the same rules. We're going to have, we're going to have 4 complete different teams consisting of 5 players. They're going to face off against each other on the 21st of November.
Yeah, it's something that, like I said before, that I was really looking forward to, right? To see to see the Nordic countries kind of go up against each other in a team format, and to have these tournaments beforehand to see who. I mean, it's the most fair way to do it, right? To have a tournament to decide who's going to make it in, and having that sort of 5th spot, which is decided by the top 4 players, just in case we have some good player who doesn't have the best day today, you know, they can still make it in. Let's say when Blackbeard's already in loser bracket, for example. I mean, if he doesn't get into top 4 today, then he could be a potential pick for the top 4 guys who say, hey, do you know what? You know, Blackbeard didn't play so well today, but we know he can do damage. So let's pick him as our 5th player, right? So yeah, absolutely amazing, man. It's across the North things. I mean, I'm excited for this, and it's barely even just begun, man. And a big shout outs to Bandai Namco Nordic for partnering with Across the North, man, and making it something that's really substantial and big. So please drop a follow to them. I'm going to drop their Twitter in the chat. So give a follow to them. And Bandai Namco Esports as well. You know, they're posting a lot of stuff about multiple games for not just Tekken, but obviously all the other Namco titles as well. And of course, for the Across the North Twitter as well. They made a Twitter too. So go drop them a follow to support the ting, ladies and lads. Thank you so much for tuning in, Henman. We're going to be getting our next match very shortly. But yeah, like I mentioned, man, we've got some strong players in that loser bracket, man. It's looking like a shark tank right now, Kevin.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we talked about earlier that yes, the winner side is looking, is filled with these, these monsters of players, like definitely all killers. But what's interesting is if we take a look at the loser side, there's still so many good players there. I don't think there's necessarily a clear-cut 4 players that's gonna, qualify here, and that's just what is gonna make this hopefully a great event.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Oh boy. So what's going to be our next match, man? What are we getting?
And we're looking at the second Oscar of Denmark. We have a Whale here against Don Scully, who we saw earlier play against Ice, another Oscar main. So we're going to see how he's maybe played differently versus this Oscar main compared to the other one.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I saw Whale was when he had a mirror match with Fergus, right, which was a very close set. And I thought, who the hell is this Asuka player having a close set with, the 2-time Tekken World Tour finalist? It's crazy stuff, and he did really well. So Whale is a name that's kind of prepped up very quickly in the Denmark or Nordic region.
Definitely. I know he plays multiple games. I'd like to describe him as, I think he's a very smart player, essentially. I think he's very good at adjusting to his opponent. And he knows sort of when to take risks and when just not to.
Yeah. Right now we're having a very close first round here. Going for that down 1+2, knockdown low, straight into the 2-throw. Come on. one more pixel left, and now 4-3. Beautiful stuff.
And we're seeing a smaller stage once more, so the wall pressure is going to be present, and the danger of a balcony break is still also present.
100%. Now, one thing that Don Scully liked to do a lot is what we saw there, right? That forward 1+4, that sidestep punch that he does. Now, Whale, you know, I saw him early on use up 4-3, which is a move that tracks that direction, and it's a counter hit launcher. So, you know, just on an analytical basis, I'm going to see if he starts to use more of that up 4-3 perhaps. The heavy guard gets a launch and rage available too.
Oh, goes for the next launch. Is that going to be it? It is!
The comeback from
Wow.
Whale, beautiful.
These are the sort of, you know, adjustments and just the key decisions that I think Whale is very well known for. Oh, breaks the throw.
Nice. Okay. Oh boy.
Seeing a little more patient play from Whale this time.
Yeah,
Doesn't break the throw though.
Yeah, this time he does. Yeah, he gets out of there.
Perfect.
Ooh,
Wow.
Gonna go letters.
I mean, everything went right there for Scully, man. That was great offense. The throw to beat the power crush as well. There we go, Whale now.
Oh, what a evasion.
Yeah. Yeah.
There
That
it
power
is.
crush really, really good. It's a high, it's safe on block.
Oh, picks him up off the wall. Both players just doing small, you know, pokes, not risking anything.
Yeah. Oh, the 2 throw. That's going to do some damage and get some good Oki here potentially as well. Scully!
Ooh. He was fishing for a crouch there.
Nice. Beautiful stuff there, man.
And we already up, you know, 2 rounds for each player. They're definitely of a faster pace, but not like as relentless as we saw in some of the first games of this tournament.
Yeah, right now this is a battle between Scully offense and Whale defense right now, and it looks like Scully is coming out on top, but Whale slowly working on this comeback.
Oh, he gets the sides there, but he wasn't sure.
Ooh. Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Oh, okay, so Whale takes the first game.
Nice, yeah, with a counter hit down back 3. That was very, very solid stuff. Wales defense holding up there in the end. But man, that was almost, I think, a reverse sweep there from Scully. I'm not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
Scully's offense is definitely very unique. You know, the way he uses his moves, it's not like a normal Armor King player, man. He's very unpredictable, and I think that's what got into Wales' head a little bit. But good stuff from him. He was defensive enough to be able to win that match, and I think he really needed that.
Yeah, and I think it's very interesting to see how Whale is playing very differently from Ice. We're seeing a little bit less, you know, some of those back threes and cans, those reads that Ice did. We're seeing a little less of that with Whale. And when we saw a little more, I think, setups, we did see a key charge setup once or twice.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see, I could imagine at least that Whale has been watching this game with, you know, against Ice from Don Scully. And he's been wondering, you know, how does he approach this matchup? And he's probably, you know, already made some adjustments to his own play before the set.
Yeah, 100% right. I think he has scouted out something watching that the Ace set with Scully. You know, even just to beat that forward 1+4 move, and to you know, the patience that we saw from Whale as well to try and get some of those whiff punishes in. And yeah, rightly so, hasn't used a lot of back 3 as well. I think Armor King has a very good punish for back 3. I remember this is completely, well, it's not really random, but back in Tekken Tag 2, Lil Margin came down to Ultimate Tournament in France, and the grand finals was between him and Malekith. And I remember Malekith used a lot of back 3, and that 4-2-1 punish with Armor King, I mean, it's a very consistent punish on back 3, man. So yeah, maybe Whale deciding not to do too much of that because of Armor King's good punish on it.
Yeah, that could definitely be it. We're gonna see a sort of still a smaller stage that we are going on in here. Definitely strong option for I think both characters, especially for Armor King if we go downstairs. Oh, what a
what?
combo! I'm not sure Whale was expecting that.
Yeah. Still get some good damage though. Wasn't into the back for counter hit. Whale takes the first round here in the second game.
Definitely adjusting to Don Scully. I think the first part of the round was definitely in his favor. But now Whale is sort of putting in his momentum, and he's got him against the corner again.
Yeah. And when a player is playing very, very offensive, I think that's when it works into Asuka's favor, and we're seeing that here with Whale. He looks very comfortable comfortable because of how many counter hits and evasive moves that Asuka has, right? Look at that, the sidestep.
Ooh, just a few small safe pokes, doesn't, you know, risk it or anything. Guess that's 7 golden letters. And Whale is up 2 rounds already. That's a very quick adaptation, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He's looking a lot more comfortable, utilizing the up 4-3 as well, and Magic 4. The counter hits are coming in here for Whale.
Nice block.
Yeah, and good punish.
Oh, definitely. That's a good launch. Definitely a lot of evasion going on. Are we going to see the? We are going to see the balcony break, and that means now that Armor King has, you know, the floor break available.
Yeah, but that was a good break on the throw though from Whale, because that would have broken the floor and big combo. Okay, Whale. Power crush. Oh, Oki, get up!
Oh.
What?
He just guessed correctly every single time there. That's great.
That's what I mean, right? Like, you hit him with a down 3 and you go for a shoulder. I mean, it's so unpredictable, but look at this throw. That's going to be big damage here, man. That's going to be big damage, Kevin. Uh-oh.
But this means a little less, you know, presence of wall down here, since the stage is a lot bigger. This might, you know, turn out for the favor of Don Scully, but let's see, because Whale is doing really nice in neutral as well, I think.
Oh, I'm liking this from Scully. I'm liking this. I'm keeping it tight. Oh, the punish. Beautiful punish. They're perfect. They're from Scully on the back 3 whiff.
Playing a little more safely now.
Oh, what an adaptation that's been made here from Scully, man. He's working on a reverse sweep 3 rounds straight. The throw, beating the back of the head.
Oh, the jump kick. That was a good read right there. He might have gone for low. And we got the wall now.
No way. Oh my god.
Scully takes it.
Beautiful sidestep right there.
Oh. Is that okay on Twitch or?
It's okay. We're PG-13. I hope the kids looked away there.
False alarm, guys. False alarm. We're all right.
Oh man, but either way though, that was really good from Scully, man. Utilizing the side with the lateral movement. The lateral movement, sidewalk right, beat the down back 2, down back 3, and got the down 2 punish. That was 3 rounds straight, Kevin.
It was definitely, yeah. And I wonder if I think both players are gonna stick to their characters, but I'm thinking in terms of stages, are we gonna see what are we gonna see here now? Like what stage would you pick as Asuka in this instance? Like, what do you go for?
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard decision here for Whale. I mean, I feel like the stage wasn't really the problem, right? You could go for an infinite stage to have more space to move around, but because we're seeing that Scully's playing a very offensive game, and Whale maybe was struggling on the defensive part of it near the end. But I don't know. I mean, I think Whale maybe just got a little bit flustered. He was playing well in those first 2 rounds, and something changed. I don't know. I just feel like he needs to play more defensive, more just, you know, keep the magic 4s, the up forward 3s, the keep out game that you were using in those first 2 rounds. It worked for you. Keep going for it. But Scully, you have to give it up to him, man. That was really fundamental, strong play there to bring it back on a reverse sweep. And it's a final match coming up here to decide who is going to be making it into that top 8 winners.
And we're gonna see Cave of Enlightenment again this time, chosen specifically, of course.
Yeah, I think he just wants to prove a point. Say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to beat you on the same stage. I'm gonna show that, you know, it wasn't the stage that you won. I can beat you on the same stage. There we go.
Round 1. Fight.
Man, Kevin, honestly, man, it's not something that you see that often, right, from Armor Kings, like just throwing out that shoulder, but he does it at the right time, and it always manages to hit.
Yeah, he's definitely his decision making when using that tool has been on point the whole set so far, and it's interesting to see how different he's also playing versus Whale. I like to think there's some similarities, of course, that are still there from the ice set, but it's definitely not going right as that set went. Oh, and gets the throw here.
Yeah, can he take it? He doesn't.
Ooh,
That's
he
max
does not.
damage. Yeah. Good side roll. Punish there with the 2-3. Whale now trying to work his way back in, but the crouch dash 1, the clothesline.
Interrupts it.
Big whiff.
Ooh! And again,
Oh,
crushes the high there.
Kevin, we're getting it close there, man. 1 match apiece, 1 round apiece.
Yeah,
Are we
like
gonna see
you know, like gentlemen, they are trading, you know, rounds between each other, and they'll hopefully, you know, we'll see a final round in this set as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, man, if Sully wins this one, you would have considered that to be another upset. Whale and Blackbeard both in losers early on. Crazy stuff here, man. And across the north.
What a launch! Is he gonna kill?
No,
No, doesn't get the wall.
Oh my God.
Race available for both players. Oh, get up! And is that Wild Rising 4, I think?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the 174. So here we got a Whale on set point. Can he finish it up? We can see a final round. Back 3.
The corner again. This is where Asuka wants the opponent to be.
Oh, yes. Looking all well right now, man. Oh, big whiff.
Ooh, it gets a launch of it.
What a combo. Opportunity for a comeback here. That'll be crazy if he makes it.
Oh,
Oh!
so close! And he gets below. Risky play, but it pays off. Whale takes this one. That was really impressive.
It was, man. I just feel like Scully, the way he plays is so dangerous in the first of 2 years. Like, how are you gonna make the read on this guy? He throws out the shoulders and stuff like that, like at the most random times. But it's obviously not random; it's calculated. But he hits it so often. Really good stuff there. But Whale managing to prevail in the end. We got got a message from Parker saying Scully won an Aarhus tournament last year and won a free ticket to Head Stomper, but his residence permit ran out just before the tournament, so he couldn't travel to Sweden.
That's right. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah,
that's very interesting, man. Yeah, but he's going to be a dangerous person there in that loser bracket, Kerbin.
Yeah, another one. It's not like the loser bracket ran out of, you know, great players. We are continuing to throw, you know, great players down there, and you know, we know that Blackbeard was in there earlier on stream, and a lot of other great players, Ice, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So it looks like just looking at the loser bracket at the moment, just to give you guys an update. I mean, Blackbeard is moving on. He beat Mishas 2-0 and Mishi Mad as well. So he's doing well. He's working his way through this loser bracket. It looks like Ice lost to Zashiro 2-1. So she'll be going up against Haunts, who we saw earlier, the Anna player that lost to Casper. And Fido, I guess, waiting for the loser of Casper and his next opponent, which we don't know who's going to be yet. But yeah, we've got some great games coming up, and I believe we're streaming all of winners, right?
We intend to stream all of winners side. So definitely stay tuned to the stream if you want to see, you know, the rest of that. There's some great players still left. Yeah, just enjoy all the, you know, Danish community sort of showing off their greatest players right now.
Man, it would have been crazy if Whale lost that one, and he was so close to doing so as well. That comeback nearly got made there from Scully. But our next match is going to be a very interesting one here, man. I can't call this one, Kerbin. It's going to be Flying Fox versus Ufi. I mean, this is a crazy one. Isn't this also like two cities going up against each other as well?
Yeah, I would say it is. There's definitely some rivalry going on here. So I think there's a bit of pride to you know, set aside for the winner of this game. Definitely. Bob with his very, you know, relentless pressure and, you know, some nice strings as well. And we have the Xiaoyu, you know, with all her evasion and, you know, just in general, like, good tools. I think this is gonna be sort of like the first set with Ufi. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's gonna be a really exciting, probably high-paced match.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, using those mids, those very powerful mids that Bob has is going to be very vital in this matchup. Let's see if Ufi's going to be ready for it.
Be playing a little more patient here in the beginning. Definitely not going the same route as he did with the first game.
I think Ufi has realizes that he has to play this way versus Ling. If you play too aggressive with Ling's evasion that you just talked about, it could be very dangerous.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we see a launch here, and we're gonna get a wall combo, I think. No.
Oh.
Well, remember, oh, nice low, and he gets the round.
Nice, yeah, finishes it. First round going to Ufi in this grudge match here. Nice sidewalk, but no punish.
Yeah, that was the invasion that we talked about earlier. That's a very dangerous tool to have. Definitely.
Okay, while standing to counter hit from Flying Fox.
Oh.
Nice, confirmed.
And still has rage available. I think we're gonna see a rage drive here. And there is. Oh, he stays on the ground. Ooh, that was a really good decision by Flying Fox there, staying on the ground and punishing the rage drive, denying his opponent the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that rage dodge didn't hit right. I think it was just a little bit too far. Managed to whiff there, but good punish from FF anyway.
Oh, what a launch. I think if we try to do something there, get a wall combo and in return the pressure. Ooh, a lot of small pokes there. Takes a round.
That is very, very good stuff there from Flying Fox. He's won 2 rounds in a row right now, but that's a good sidewalk down the down forward one into the Hell Sweep.
Ooh, try to duck. I think we're seeing Ufi doing a little more aggressiveness in this round. Definitely don't want to go out. We talked about earlier how Ufi might be better playing, you know, with his back against the wall.
Oh, last opportunity here for Ufi.
And he gets hit on the way in.
Yeah, good stuff. A little pop off there. Did you see that? You see that curve? The little
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely
right.
some, you know, some mind games going on right now. But you gotta be able to, you know, recover from that. Definitely.
Yes, you can't let that get to you, man. Especially if this is it seems a bit of a heated match. You guys do have some history together. So yeah, man. I'm getting told that Far Cry says that he prefers being called F_F. So is that what I'm gonna call him, Far Cry? I'm gonna call him F_F. Yeah. Alright, cool. I'm not gonna call him Fire Fox. F_F. Cool. But yeah, first match going to F_F. Let's go. Did I just get a donation? Did someone just donate to me? Someone just donated to me. What's going on? Thank you so much for the donation, whoever it was, man. I don't know if it's intended to me, or I can give it to the organizers if you want. I can give it to I'll give it to Kerbin. I'll give it to him. Alright, let's get into the next match. Dragon's Nest, of course. This is what he did last time. When he lost the match, he went straight to the Dragon's Nest. Of course, he gives him the opportunity to get those close walls, and it's a little more consistent than the last stage we saw, right? Those Devil Pits and Brimstone. I mean, they've got very weird walls, right? Shapes. So yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of players, or at least some, tend to avoid those stages because of those, you know, inconsistencies. Ufi definitely in good shape right now, just mauling his opponent at the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, good sidewalk! Oh, that could have been punished. Ufi missing some opportunities here. Nice.
There it is. First round for Ufi here. I think it was a strong showing in the beginning of the round, but he sort of lost it midway through. But he did close it out, so that's the most important thing. And
he gets a counter hit down 4-2 here in the second round, but he drops the combo. Unfortunately, maybe that's something to do with Link's smaller body. Oh, the classic. Down 4-2 into while standing 2-1.
Comes the pressure. Oh no, actually, Xiao Yu here taking it back.
Yeah. Oh man, Ufi is playing so well. Oh, the punish though.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't even think that's guaranteed, but you know, it was the right read though. So Ufi 2 rounds up here quickly.
Now we have both players standing in the rain trying to take this this game. Ufi up 2 rounds already. Definitely almost able to. Oh, that's the unblockable. That's the classic Ufi move right there.
Yeah. Tries to go for the 2-1, but the AOP down 1+2. Oh, rage available.
So scary. Oh, beats a race drive.
Yeah. Forward 2. Plus frames.
Oh, nice punish on the low.
What a block there from FF. Here we go. Staying alive here. Puts an end to that Ufi momentum. I feel like that's what you got to do to Ufi as well. You got to try to stop that momentum, but FF falling for the same setup there, the down 4-2 into the while standing launcher. It's a classic setup, man.
Oh, switches sides, and now Ufi is up against the wall.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, and gets the game.
Yeah, that's man. Adding up.
Yeah, I think that was some great adjustment from Ufi. It seems like he went a lot more aggressive in this game. Maybe he was just more comfortable in this stage. I don't know. Maybe he sort of spotted a few tendencies from F_F. Maybe that was the thing. But I know that it got him the game, and that's what matters.
Yeah. I mean, and also we can't understate the fact that he's actually sidewalking the running threes, because running three with Ling puts her into AOP in a plus frame situation where she gets a mix up on you, right? And he's actually been sidewalking that, and that's very, very important. So at the mid range, how you deal with that running three can sometimes mean the difference between winning and losing. So Ufi's doing a good job in the matchup in that perspective, but also from the perspective of F_F, he's also overextending too much. So after down 4-2 on block, he's jab challenging and getting hit by the while standing 2-1. Also, there's like a lot of setups for that Bob has, very common setups that he's getting hit by. So I think that, I mean, flying FF will know about this. He needs to tighten it up a little bit. F_F. Let's go. Final match here. What stage is he going to go for here?
Yeah, that's the interesting part. Oh, we're going to the Kinder Gym.
That doesn't surprise me. Why does that not surprise me? As a Ling player, why does that?
Yeah.
Right. Some adaptations that do need to be made here. Just try not to challenge too much against the Bob, because Ufi's setup's just working right now. So let's see if he can put an end to that momentum for a spot in top 8.
Ooh. Definitely want to set the pace of this this new game here with the 2 hell sweeps. Unfortunately, the second one gets blocked and punished.
Oh, no punish there from Ufi. And again,
What a launch.
yeah, while standing 2 into while standing 2-1. He drops the end of the combo. That could have been a wall splat.
And instead he takes a punish to the face. A launcher, I mean.
Oh,
One hit and he gets it.
nice. That was beautiful stuff there from FF. The mix-ups, and that's when he's very comfortable, right? When he's mixing you up, when he's just, oh man, that's not technically guaranteed, but it's very hard. You have to actually hold forward to block there, which is really, really weird.
Definitely a lot of momentum right now behind FF. Just, you know, getting a lot of good hits on Ufi, taking the first round here.
Yeah. Ufi's just so aggressive. I feel like FF hasn't had the opportunity to actually get his stuff going, but look at that comeback. When Ufi gets going, when he gets his offense off, it's very hard to stop him. He's like a train, man.
Oh yeah, you don't want to, you know, this once the train gets going, you can't stop it. Like you can't. Somehow you gotta just stop the engine. Like you gotta find a way.
You gotta derail the Ufi train. Can F_F do this? Okay. Shooting star. Forward 4-2. Very, very close set so far.
But it's not over yet. Ufi has rage drive. Oh, and interrupted again. I think FF might be looking for that race drive. It seems like very intentional interruptions.
Yeah, but that block on the low was very clutch on down back 3 and gets the wild standing 4 punish. Set point now for F_F. Who's going to move into the top 8 winners? It's going to be another final round. Ufi. Oh, the hell sweep. Punish. Oh, what? Why didn't you finish it?
Definite dangerous situation going on here.
Uh-huh.
What is ooh, a little bit risky there.
Oh, here we go, the lows. Oh, the lows, he's attacking the legs now, FF.
FF definitely won this. Oh, and again, I think that's a third interruption on the race drive, and FF is gonna take this game because of it.
Yeah, he's moving into the top 8 winners, taking it over Ufi in a very, very close set. But like you mentioned, every single time you tried to go for that that rage drive, it was just interrupted. And, you know, the first time it was an orbital, then it was something else, and then it was running 3. Like, whenever he tried to go for that rage drive, he wasn't able to get it off. Some missed opportunities for punishing there from Ufi as well. The problem is that Ufi, you know, as naturally as a player, he's very aggressive. And sometimes, that, I mean, it's kind of like live by the sword, die by the sword. You have to. Sometimes it really works out for you, and sometimes it doesn't really quite work out for you that well. But yeah, either way, a strong showing there from FF. Moves in top 8.
Yeah, definitely a strong showing from both players. I think Ufi's also, you know, showed why he's come this far in this tournament, and I would be surprised if we would not get to see more of him this tournament. So far, he's been, I think, very dominant in his games, and he's just one of those players that's very exciting to watch as well. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Have we got any more updates on the loser side? It's that Winter is Wolf has been running a gauntlet there in the loser bracket. He's been beating a lot of people in losers, and now he's going to be going up against Don Scully, the Armor King player, right? We just saw lose to Wales. So that would be an interesting match there. Probably be a Lay versus Armor King, so that would be cool. I would love to watch that. But it is a loser bracket. We are going to be streaming the winners from now on. And Zashira going up against Haunts. That's going to be coming up as well.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that game, Haunts Zashiro. What Haunts is gonna play? If he's gonna continue with the Anna pick. I know Zashiro plays Lee or Violet, I think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see if Anna is still the pick that he takes in that matchup, or what he decides on.
Yeah, and do you know what else? That Whale is going to be going up against FF now because of the match we just saw, right? So FF now going to be going up against Whale in the top 8, and the loser of that is wait, I think I'm just gonna actually the loser of the last match we just saw, Ufi. So it's going to be Ufi versus Blackbeard in the loser bracket. That'll be crazy.
Ooh.
That's crazy, actually.
That's an interesting game, I will say.
So yeah, I think what's our next match? It looks like we're going to be getting Okan versus Conlon.
It does seem that way. Okan we saw earlier in the tournament playing. I believe it was versus Casper, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was not. It was Okan.
Okan Blackbeard.
Okan Blackbeard, yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Okan Blackbeard. So yeah, I mean, he managed to take that. He caused the first upset of the day, man. So we're going to be seeing Conlon versus Okan. Now, can you give me some information on Conlon? I mean, do you know much about him?
I do know a little bit about him. He's I know he actually streams as well. Definitely, I believe he also plays what's it called, Dragon Ball. And in addition, who does he play? He plays
It looks like he's going for the Paul here.
He's going for Paul here.
Yeah, Paul versus Brian. So there's going to be a lot of testosterone in this match right now. We've got some powerhouses right now. Brian, Paul. Let's go here. It's going to be good.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, starting off with a jab from both players.
Oh,
this is the first time we see the stage today. Already at the wall. Gotta be careful here. Ooh.
I wonder, like, what's your opinion on Paul right now? Because Season 4 is obviously coming soon, and they're saying that a lot of changes will be made. Do you think that Paul's going to actually get, like, some considerable nerfs? Because he's always been such a problem throughout all the seasons of Tekken.
Yeah, I think a lot of people see him as I think he's one of the characters that definitely has strengths that makes him, different from the rest of the cast. But at the same time, he's also really, well versed in all parts of the game, right? He has some really solid tools, like we see with characters like, Jin and some other characters that has, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I could see some at least me personally, I would hope to see maybe some adjustments to, defining him more. So maybe less well-rounded and stronger in certain areas. I think that would be nice.
Having some clearly defined strengths and weaknesses, I'm down for that all day. Oh, trying to go for the back foot again. Here we go. Ooh, yes.
Takes it.
Okay. Beautiful. And that's that rage art we saw again that worked so well versus Blackbeard in that first match, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And the launch here, Okan definitely showed a lot of good decision making versus Blackbeard, especially in that first game.
Just looking very, very good from. Oh my gosh, is that a delay hop kick? You cheeky bugger! Here we go. Look at the damage.
It works out.
Okay, man.
There's the life bar in the game that shows how much damage your character takes, but there's not necessarily a life bar for for the mental damage that you take after seeing someone key charge. But remember, viewers, when you key charge, you gotta be ready if the opponent starts, taking the next game and just dominating you.
Yeah,
you also have to be ready for that. If it's turned the other way around, right?
You can't be going for those early pop-offs, man, because if it can either work really well for you, or if you start losing, you're gonna look like a clown. So let's see if Okan can bring it back. I mean, Far Cry just told me apparently if you key charge against Conlon, then it either tilts him really badly or it makes him play a lot stronger. So let's see if see if Okan can actually start to get some key charges in himself, man. Brian has a really good key charge too. You know, he's got a very unique one. So let's see, man. We have a toxic match here, man. Let's go. I'm all about that.
I mean, we are in an online environment, right? It's only natural that we get to see a little more key charge, since we're not sitting, you know, next to each other anymore.
We needed to see it. I wanted to see it, man. And we have it here, ladies and lads. Okan versus Conlon for a spot in that top 8 winners, all to play for, man. And we're choosing to go to the Twilight Conflict. Number 2 here, Okan. Let's see what he can do and what he can pull out. Are we going to see some key charges? I hope so. I hope so, Coben.
Oh yeah, definitely. More key charges, please. But are we gonna see them from Okan is the question. It might be a one-sided affair.
Yeah. All right, the comeback. Is it going to be made? Are we going to see a final match? We'll find out now.
Ooh, starts a round off with a Death Fist. Another one.
This guy just did Death Fist into Power Crush.
He is playing right now like he has something to do in 2 minutes and he just want to finish this really fast.
Death Fist into Power Crush, you crazy man. I respect it. I respect it.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Oh, hits him at the orbital.
And then he kind of completely switches around with his playstyle, I think. Oh, maybe not. I think he went for Death Fist there again.
Yeah, and got hit by that whilst anything counter hit.
A lot of attempts at interrupting, but getting hit from Conlon here.
Oh!
Ooh.
Dead. Absolutely
yeah, that is
dead.
very dead. No need to screw, just do the Death Fist. And another key charge. Okay, I see you. 2 Tekken Kings here. One, you know, one key charging a little more. Let's see who's gonna win this battle of kings right here.
I smell a deathmatch coming after this, boy. Let's go. Conlon. Oh, man, he is so aggressive. He just doesn't care, man. He does not care at all. Down 4-2, gets blocked. One more hit here for Okan. Nice.
There it is.
No
We're gonna see key charge. No, he's a well-composed gentleman here.
Yeah, he knows he needs to make the comeback first. Let's see if we can get those 2 rounds in the bag here for Okan for the reverse sweep, then get the key charge in. The chat wants to see it. I know they want to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it'll only be, you know, it only tastes sweeter if it's after, you know, 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, but that's a huge... Look at that combo damage, man.
Gotta be careful.
Oh. Okay, good patience. Oh my god, the Death Fist.
Oh, gets him. And, oh, takes a round. I did not think that would be it.
Yeah, because he went for the Power Crush and he got hit by the low, so that was a counter. Here we go, final round now. Are we going to see a reverse sweep? No punish. No punish, not punishing the Death Fist.
These Death Fists are going unrestricted right now. No punishment.
Oh man, yeah.
Ooh, ducks the throw there.
Oh no, I think he's dead. The arm bar, one more hit will do it here for Conlon.
Oh! Ooh, or not.
Nice.
Oh, there it is. Are we gonna see another one? Another key charge from Conlon. Was that I think it was a total of 3, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But either way, that was crazy stuff there. Good stuff to Conlon, moves into the top 8. I mean, we have to mention it though, right? Okan didn't punish any of the Death Fists. And like you said, it was free damage for him, right? It was just throw it out. If it hits, you get huge damage. If it doesn't hit, then, you know, you don't get punished. So you got to start punishing those Death Fists, man. If you want to beat the pools, I mean, these big risky moves that do a lot of damage have to get punished.
It's true. I think at this point we're gonna switch up a bit with the commentating here. We're not gonna... Okay, not yet, but soon we will switch up a little bit. I think I will be replaced, and we'll see the Asuka player from earlier, Ice, who you might know from Solid EU, on commentary.
Nice. Yeah,
let's see.
Thank you so much for tuning in here across the north, and shout out to Bandai Namco, Nordic, for you know, partnering up here for across the north to make it a good tournament series here, man. This is only the first one, right? So you mentioned before that this is the Denmark qualifier, but we're gonna have you know, Norway, Sweden, and then Finland coming up in the following weeks as well, and all of that to decide who are going to be the teams representing their countries in the finals there in this team tournament between the Nordic regions, which is something that I honestly, I can tell you, I have it in my notes, right? I have it on my phone in my notes that I wanted to see something like this, and it got done. I didn't even talk to you guys about this, but you guys, you know, you put it up. So shout out to all of you guys for organizing this as well. I mean, you guys did a lot of work, and it's great to see this stuff in a time where we can't go offline. So this is beautiful things to see, man.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much. And I think it's something that a lot of people have been thinking about, just in general, like hosting more tournaments and playing around with different formats as well. I think it's a good time to start trying out different formats in this time. It's definitely filling a void with Head Stomper and other local tournaments not being able to be hosted this year. So I think it's great to see that, especially here at across the north, the different Northern European communities coming together, and every single, country qualifier that's going to be happening is going to have, different talent, different players. It's gonna be insane to see, what kind of players are gonna come out at the end of this. It's definitely gonna be changed up. Just to remind people of the dates once more, the next one that's coming up is Norway, which is happening on the 24th of October. Then we have Sweden on the 31st of October. I know I'm definitely watching that one. Finland in November 14th. And of course the finals where the four best players of each region and the mystery player picked by the qualified team will face off against each other on the 21st of November.
Oh man, I can't wait for that, man. But it looks like we are moving into the loser bracket now. That Shark Tank that we were talking about before, right? And our first match is going to be in the losers, Haunts versus Zashiro. And you're saying you were looking forward to this one, right?
I was. I'm really interested to see, both because I enjoy watching Lee/Vital players, but also I want to see what Hans picks, because my impression is that he likes to switch up his character choices. He might go with Anna still, but I think it's going to be interesting, and it's also just interesting to see characters you might not get, see that often be played. And he's sticking with the Anna pick for this one.
We got two of the most flamboyant characters in the Tekken series. They're going up against each other. We've got Lee and Anna. Actually, there's a bit of lore. If you guys have seen the anime movie between in Tekken, there's a Tekken anime movie, right? And it's actually one of the lowest rated movies ever, right? But Lee and Anna, they get up to some, some funny business, yeah, in the movie. I'm not gonna say it. Obviously, it's a PG-13 stream, but let's get into the match now. We've got Lee versus Anna.
Oh yeah. Very well dressed for the occasion, sort of color coordinated as well. And on this stage, with the moon out, it's setting up for a good match, I think.
It is. Let's see, man.
Oh, a lot of whiffs going on here.
Ooh. Okay. Oh man, the 50-50, man. That's what you want to see if you're an Anna player. Some good momentum here from Haunts.
Oh, is that gonna make in time? It is. I don't think Hans is dead here, but it's definitely gonna be close.
Yeah, it'll be a pixel maybe. Oh, not yeah.
All right, a little more. All right. Oh, the race drive gets it.
Yes, very, very close set. So apparently Far Cry telling me that both these players play a lot as well, and they disagree on which K-pop groups are the best. And I can tell you right now which K-pop groups are the best. None of them. That's what K-pop groups are the best. So here we go. Zashiro with a great start to this round.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you're seeing two players that are very, familiar with each other, they can start off with the, simple adjustments. They're already, 10 adjustments in because they realize the opponent's patterns, but they also know that the opponent realizes yours. So they gotta start off, Yomi level 327.
Yeah, 100%, man. When you get two players that play so much against each other, the mind games are deep, man. There's many layers to the lasagna, as Aris says. Here we go. Oh, those lows are really adding up here for Haunts, man. Those and the launch from the stance. There we go, Haunts. Good, solid round there.
Oh, starts off with a launcher, damn. And there's the wall. It's a small stage.
That is huge damage, yeah. How is Zashiro gonna answer back? Trying to get that count hit with the Magic 4. Oh, but Anna gets the Magic 4 instead, and that should be the round. Beautiful stuff there from Haunts. Man, kind of ran away with it there at the end.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was a lot of momentum in that last round. Let's see if Zashiro is going to be able to adjust here. I think there was some very good plays from her doing that. It was very back and forth, I think, in the majority of the rounds. Especially the first one they were both like 1 or 2 hits away from taking it.
Yeah. I feel like versus Anna, and I've had to play against Annas in tournament as well. Like, you have to play I say this a lot as well, but you have to be a little bit patient because of the fact that versus Anna, you have to use your lateral movement. If you're not sidewalking, Anna becomes an SS tier character. If you just don't sidewalk, she becomes so strong because of the like forward ones that are like counter launcher and really hard to whiff punish. The 50-50s from full crouch as well, which are very hard to deal with unless you sidewalk. But I think, yeah, maybe Zashira is a bit too active in keep out, and that's why she was getting counter hit so much by the like forward one. So let's see if we can start seeing maybe a little bit more sidewalking, right? If you sidewalk right, it beats a lot of Anna's stuff, especially that like forward one as well. Sidewalking is very, very important against Anna.
And like we were reminded before, these players have played each other, you know, a lot of times. I wonder if something very specifically, you know, very specific adjustments are going to be made here that you might not be able to utilize against any other, you know, let's say Anna player.
Yeah. Right, here we go. We're back in Violet Systems. We're on home turf here for Lee.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see if it's going to be some sort of advantage. Ooh.
Okay, nice. Counter air 4 finally gets it. And look at the combo, beautiful. Those combos ain't easy to do as well and to execute in tournament.
That's what we love to see. That's what we love to see. Oh, a lot of movement here from Anna.
Yeah.
Can't say I've seen that before.
That's the problem, right? Zashira was kind of just walking back there. She wasn't sidewalking. This time she does. Rage available. Oh!
Ooh, but it's not gonna be death, is it? No. Oh no! This is very reminiscent of the first round in the first game.
Yeah. Okay.
Hans is just moving forwards continuously. There's no no breaks in this train, definitely not. Gets the launch.
Yeah, the forward 3. Here we go. Everything, the right decisions are being made every single time. Not that time, but no launch from Zashiro, so it doesn't punish Haunts for that low.
Zashiro has Hans, had Hans close to the wall. He's now close to the wall herself.
Yeah, and down 4. So Haunts now on set point here, and this is lose the bracket action, by the way, ladies and lads. So Zashiro will be out of the tournament if Haunts gets the round, and that's a good start to this one.
Let's see if this silver-haired demon can make her way out of the wall here. It's looking very grim, but I believe.
That's gonna.
And that was the commentator curse right there. 7 golden letters. I would like to apologize on behalf of the commentator staff here.
Yeah, that was 100. That was 100% you, bro. But yeah, Zashiro though a good.
Sorry, I take full responsibility. Yeah.
that was a good run in this tournament from Zashiro, but unfortunately against, I mean, Haunts was just making the right guesses right on the lows. A lot of those full catch down 4-2s were hitting, and it does a lot of damage. And like I mentioned with Anna, like that low sweep has been buffed so much throughout the seasons as well. It has so much range and so much damage, consistent combos from it too. So really moving forward, I think Zashiro. I mean, she knows the matchup. She apparently plays against Haunts a lot, but sidewalking is very important to sidewalk versus Anna to beat a lot of her moves, because if you play that 2D game versus her, you can see how dangerous it is. But I believe we're going to be taking a short break, and and when we return, we're going to have some more Tekken action.
Yeah, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and then Ice is going to take my spot on commentary, so look forward to seeing that. See you all in 10 minutes.